Welcome to Dark Psychology World Channel. What we bring is the 38 letters from J.D. Rockefeller to his son, perspectives, ideology, and wisdom. Letter 17, what is a true friend? Dear John Child, seeing that you are not only successful in your career, and you have loyal friends like Hawk following you, I'm really happy. In the car coming back today, I'm immersed in the memories of old friends. Later, I started to be interested in friendship. Think about this very common term. I think it is impossible for people to live alone in this world. Everyone needs support and care from others. All roses in the world have thorns, but there is only one rose without thorns under it. That's friendship. No one will be hurt picking this bouquet of flowers, because what he gave was full of sincerity. Naturally, you will get rich rewards. Honor and money are just passing clouds. Only the friendship deep in my heart reminds me. This world is indifferent. The world is in turmoil. Only friends will be by your side to encourage you. Inspire myself. This is extremely touching. This kind of touching, only those who have experienced it can truly understand. Real friends are different than new clothes. It won't get worse. But like wine, the older it gets, the mellower it tastes. John, I wonder if you noticed, after you enter the business world, although the social circle has expanded, but there are fewer real friends. You now come into contact with all kinds of people every day. For example, factory workers, salesmen, buyers, underwriters, and government officials. And outside of work, the people you come into contact with are more and more complex. In terms of breadth, the social aspect has indeed expanded to various fields, all classes. However, there are very few close friends with you. But to some extent, these people should all be your friends. You always feel that when these people interact with you, all wearing masks. Compared to, the relationship between college classmates is much better. In fact, this is just because you haven't been in business long enough. As your career develops in the future, among the people you associate with, they all have a certain relationship with you. For example, cooperative relationships, business relationships, superior-subordinate relationships, etc. This makes your relationship itself complicated. There is also a conflict of interest. Them. It must be completely different from my friends in college. At least the relationship between you. Not as simple as between college classmates. St. William of Osler quotes from me. Played a big role. Specifically, as far as young people are concerned. The most indispensable thing in happiness is friendship. A favor, I think. This is already a more meaningful truth. In the highs and lows of life. Except for close friends. The rest is not very important. Just face them. Only then can you brag about your success. Can talk about the bitterness of failure and setbacks. I have considered, since the energy possessed by the human brain, used in daily life, just a tiny part. Much of the potential capacity lies dormant. So why not talk to your talented friends? Have heart-to-heart conversations to activate the potential of this part of the brain. How about fully exploring its energy? It can be said that there is nothing more exciting than this. There is nothing better than this in life. Human emotions are elusive. One tends to find one at the strangest times. Weirdest place. Become friends with the most unexpected person. Even they themselves don't know. Where did this emotion come from? So in the vast and incomparable earthly world, often there are two unrelated. A story about people who do it and become friends. In fact, this is the inevitable result of sympathy. This is also the way to enrich your life. You can now be said to be a successful person because you have a successful career, have certain assets and status. Among people's normal emotions, likes and dislikes will be welcomed by a relatively large number of people. Those who want to be friends with rich people. The reason? I'm afraid they can do it on rich people. Get more sense of security. Therefore, many people want to consider you one of their friends. Society is simple. Only worldly people disturbed him. We care too much about everything we want, but just forgot to give true love. No effort. Of course, there will be no reward. Not based on success or failure. Naturally, people cannot get true love from others in return. Society is fair. People's hearts are kind. Treat everyone you know in your life with sincerity. You will find that life is really beautiful. If there are friends around, spend the long night with us. Share the joys and sorrows with us. That feeling is not simple happiness, but happiness. In my life experience, there are also many people who regard me as a friend. But in my opinion, some people want to make friends with me from the bottom of their hearts. And some people are just superficial. Some of them, just because my family is extremely wealthy, just added me to his circle of friends. And just for this reason. Thus, I have to be very careful with them. At least in the early stages of dating. I have to pay special attention to protect myself. It seems like this. Being rich may not be the most beautiful thing in the world. Because of this, you are more capable. What it takes to be surrounded by a bunch of hypocritical friends. Their praises will pour out. If accidentally, one person, it's easy to fall into a sea of hypocrisy and flattery. Being in the ocean and unable to extricate oneself. Fortunately, before I had great wealth, I made a group of friends with a solid foundation of friendship. This friendship is what I expected. It also makes me feel reliable and safe. John, relatively, you were born into a rich family with a lot of wealth. Therefore, people will look at you through colored glasses. It is inevitable that there will be some hypocritical beauties. As a friend decorated with hypocrisy, it's because of property. People's defensiveness will be greatly increased. Often treat people around you more carefully. So in this way, to maintain true friendship, or to be truly honest, loyal friends are more difficult. But this does not mean you can give up the pursuit of friendship between friends. This requires you to identify these friends. Some honest and kind people, lest the rich man destroy their sincere friendship. Always keep a certain distance from them, without getting too close to them. These friends will be very polite to rich people. When a rich man, happy to attend these friends' gatherings, they will be happy from the bottom of their hearts. But at the same time, they don't send invitations to rich people. Such people should be treated with courtesy. If politeness comes first, receive them first. They will freely invite rich people. Sometimes. But I'm a little disgusted by this kind of person's cautious attitude. The reason? I can't figure it out myself either. This may be a wonderful characteristic of human beings. It's a sin caused by money, respected by oneself, and favored by people who have a favorable impression of it. Naturally enhances people's self-confidence. Because I also hope that I can be respected by others. Be loved and regarded as the object of affection by others. Even a person who becomes a partner. Although sometimes I hate people who are cautious. But it makes me very happy. Or extremely happy entertainment. Those of me. A person for whom one has genuine feelings. Banquet invitation. Friendship is the same as gratitude. Not picked up casually. It is when we take the initiative to put ourselves delivered to loved ones. As a result, there is no investment that pays better than this. Although we pursue fame and fortune, when these are all in your pocket, if there is no one to share with, they will be worthless. Therefore, my personal success starts with cultivating friendships. In my mind, the definition of friends and relatives is very harsh. To be able to cry with you. There are many people with runny noses. But there are not many people who are as happy as you from the bottom of their hearts. So friends and relatives, those are the successes for me. Feel joy from inside. Friends who don't have any jealousy. These people see my success. I will feel joy from the bottom of my heart. This will strengthen my determination. We'll succeed again. In friendship, the heaviest burden is that of being easily damaged. One side gains the upper hand. One party is in trouble. No matter how close friends are. Even married partners. Sometimes I can't bear the excessive pressure, causing the relationship to break down. As for the many superficial friendships, because the same reason never comes back. It's even more commonplace. And I feel like I can't survive alone. When I am happy or in pain, I hope someone can share it with me. There are many close friends around me. But I also know it's not easy to find a true soulmate, because there are only close friends. Only then can we open the window of our souls to each other, to trust each other, share and give pleasure. When you have troubles, express sympathy to each other. And when criticizing, we'll be outspoken. When faith is not, when you need encouragement, we'll lend a helping hand promptly. In this world, in every aspect, not many people agree with me. Once you find someone, I will definitely catch it. Because this is really the wealth of your life. Once you find a true friend, I will establish a good friendship with them. I will spend a certain amount of time and energy worrying about the other person. I think we should contact you by phone at least once a month. We have to have dinner together once every 2 months, etc. All this is very necessary. And the time should not be very long apart. Relationship between two people. It should also be inspected and repaired from time to time. Will not alienate friends because of neglect. My friendship needs repair and polish from time to time. John, I think you'll grasp these points. So, you will have many more trustworthy friends around you. Love you, Father. Thanks for listening to Dark Psychology World Channel. We will continue to bring you in the next issue. 38 letters from J.D. Rockefeller to his son.